Hey everyone. Okay, so in this video we're going to talk Star Wars. Yesterday at Star Wars Celebration, they released the Last Jedi trailer. This trailer blew my mind. I love this trailer. I'm going to cut to the chase though. Let's go right to the end of the trailer where Luke Skywalker says it's time for the Jedi to end. Let's talk about what that means, okay? And then I'll get into the rest of the trailer after we talk about this. Okay, so he says, Luke Skywalker is like, okay, so it's time for the Jedi to end. What do I make of that? What I think it is the equivalent, okay, of someone believing in God. You believe in God, however, you don't necessarily buy into the teachings of the Catholic Church or the teachings of Christianity, okay? The organized religion. So you might not necessarily buy into the organized religion and all their rules and what they're trying to sell you, but you do believe in God. And I think that's pretty much where Luke Skywalker is at, okay? So in this case, God would be the Force, and the organized religion would be the Jedi Code. I think he's seen with his dad, Anakin Skywalker, he's seen the problems that the Jedi Code has caused for him. And you know what? To be completely honest with you, the Jedi Code is a huge part in why Anakin went to the dark side. You know, the Jedi Code has all these rules about you can't have attachments, you can't get married, you can't fall in love with somebody. You know, very outdated ideas. And it goes against your human instinct. Okay? So when it goes against your human instinct, internally, you're like this. You're fighting yourself, right? And it causes people to fall. Okay? So I think what's going on with Luke is that he sees the fault in the Jedi Code and the mindset of what the Jedi have been teaching for all this time. He's finally come to terms with how flawed it is. Right? So that's where I think that Luke is at. He didn't go to the dark side. He's not like, oh, I'm not going to use the Force anymore. No, nothing like that. I think that it really boils down to the Jedi as an organized religion. Luke sees the flaws in what they're teaching and is moving away from that. Okay? He's moving away from that. He's going towards a new direction in how he practices and worships the Force. He's consuming it in a different manner. He doesn't necessarily go by what the Jedi have been teaching traditionally. So this is a really interesting way to approach this, and I think, again, this is all my speculation. I'm not really I don't know. I'm just, from what I gathered from the trailer, I think that's where Luke's mindset, that's where his mentality is at right now. Okay, so yeah, he doesn't really buy into this Jedi organized religion anymore. He's been on the island for a long time on the planet of Ahch-To, and he's sort of, he's had a lot of time to think, and he's questioning the Jedi and the Jedi Code, and he's having a serious internal not, I wouldn't say breakdown, but kind of, he's kind of having a breakdown and kind of seeing the flaws of the Jedi. Excuse me. So that's where I think Luke is at right now. I don't think he went dark. I don't think he's going to abandon the Force. I think he just is questioning that Jedi Code. Really cool. It'll be really interesting to see how that affects his training with Rey. Now, as you know, there's something called the Gray Jedi, and they kind of ride in the middle. They're not Sith and they're not Jedi. They're kind of in the middle. They kind of utilize both. They have a balance. So is Luke going to be part of that? Is he going to be like a Gray Jedi, a Gray Force user? Is he going to teach Rey how to be a Gray Jedi, a Gray Force user? I don't know. We'll see. It's an interesting dynamic. Luke Skywalker denouncing the Jedi. That's like the Pope denouncing Catholicism. It's crazy. It's a really cool concept though. I really like the direction. I can really see what they're doing with this, and I think it's really cool. Now, in terms of the rest of the trailer, we see a little bit of Finn. We see like maybe 5 seconds of Finn, and he's in like his little mini it's not a bacta tank, but it's like this little like pod, like a little bacta pod, and it's like a healing chamber. So he's still recovering from the Kylo Ren on the back, the lightsaber to the back. He's still healing from that. We see the cool planet of Crate, I believe it's called. It's Crait. The director Ryan Johnson said that's the name of the planet. It's a mining planet that used to house a rebel base, which has long been abandoned. Now, the cool thing about this planet, when you watch the trailer, is that the soil or the sand is actually like white, right? But like the dust that it kicks up is like bright, bright, bright red. I thought that was kind of cool. That was really, really cool, really unique. So that was pretty cool. And actually, in that scene, in the distance, if you pause it, you can see there's AT-AT walkers walking towards those ships. So that was also pretty awesome. We see Rey do some pretty cool stuff. I like when she places her hand down and all those pebbles around her hand start to levitate and float around her using the Force. I thought that was really a neat, a neat visual. Now, it's also pretty cool. Like Luke Skywalker was like kind of coaching Rey. He was telling her like, breathe, breathe. What do you see? And Rey was like, I see the light. And they show like Princess Leia, right? And you can hear in the background, you can hear Leia say, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Right? You can hear it very faintly, but you can hear it. And then she goes, I see the dark. And then you hear Darth Vader's breathing, and you see Kylo Ren's like completely trashed mask on the ground smoldering. And then she goes, I see balance. And in that moment, you hear very faintly, you hear Yoda saying, surrounds us. And you see there's like a hollowed out tree, and there's these books, okay? And one of the books has the Jedi logo on it, okay? Which might be the Journal of the Wills. I don't know. We have no idea. But it's some sort of Jedi Bible or some sort of Jedi literature. Really cool stuff. I mean, this trailer was chocked full of goodies. I absolutely adored it. I'm trying to find, because it's like, I'm reviewing this trailer, and I'm trying to find something negative to say about it, because, to kind of even it out a little bit. I really have nothing negative to say. I loved every moment of this trailer. It was awesome. It was great. I mean, it was really cool. I am super excited. And you know what? I want to give a shout out to Ryan Johnson, the director of this film. I don't know if you guys are aware, but at Star Wars Celebration, he spent at like 12 midnight or 11 o'clock at night or something crazy. He went through the entire crowd that was sleeping over, that was camping out for the Last Jedi trailer. He went one by one, talked to each fan, and signed their badges, had conversations, geeked out, talked about Star Wars for 3 or 4 hours. Till like 3 in the morning, okay? You know what? That's awesome. A guy like Ryan Johnson, big-time director, millionaire, he doesn't have to do that. I thought that was really, really, really cool. So, yeah, my hat's off to Ryan Johnson. I love this guy. He's a brilliant director, and he really knows how to treat the fans, and I love that. That's really cool. So, yeah, anyway, Star Wars Celebration in full swing, you guys. I love this. I love Star Wars. Let's talk about the trailer. What do you think about Luke's comment about, the Jedi ending? Do you think that, like, I'm correct in that he's kind of abandoning organized religion and just kind of, basically worshiping the Force in its pure form? Or do you think I'm crazy? Or do you think that maybe Luke has gone dark? Or do you think he's abandoned the Force completely? Comment below. I love when you guys comment. Let me know what you think. And, talk about the rest of the trailer too. What do you think about Rey? What do you think about Finn? BB-8. I love BB-8. He's got a little cameo in this. And Poe, another X-Wing blows up. Another X-Wing of his blows up. But anything you guys want to talk about the trailer, comment below. I love talking Star Wars. It's one of my favorite things. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and may the Force be with you. Thank you.